Baker Mayfield told us to keep that same energy. You think we're about to come through on that promise on this episode?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Before we get started, let's hear from our sponsor.
What it do, baby?
You tuned in to the number one podcast in your headphones, Prem Brulee. That's right, don't ever get it twisted, don't ever play yourself. I'm your host, Premal Bot of the Play Call Network. And you know how we do, we're going to start off with the FM or Not. First up in college football. FM or Not, Lincoln Riley says the Sooners won't do the horns down this week in their matchup against Texas. I mean, it's nice of them. Great sportsmanship. Nah, fuck out of here. Nah, fam. Make UT sensitive asses beat someone instead of complaining of the disrespect and someone
Literally?
turning a simple hook 'em horns upside down. I'm a nod to the notion of Texas being sensitive over horns down, and I'm especially a nod to Lincoln Riley and Oklahoma not doing it. You are not petty certified. Not that we'd ever let you on the squad, but nah, fam. Have y'all seen what's going on with the NBA and China and their deteriorating relationship as we speak? So this all started after the Houston Rockets GM Daryl Morey tweeted support of protesters in Hong Kong. These democratic protests are now causing the NBA to face backlash from all sides. So the NBA Commissioner Adam Silver apologized, but also said, quote, "We are not apologizing for Daryl exercising his freedom of expression," end quote. Well, yikes. Adam Silver continued, quote, "Daryl Morey, as general manager of the Houston Rockets, enjoys that right as one of our employees. What I also tried to suggest is that I understand there are consequences from his freedom of speech, and we will have to live with those consequences." End quote. So, Chinese state broadcaster CCTV said it will no longer air 2 NBA preseason games that are set to be played in China. They said, quote, "We're strongly dissatisfied and oppose Adam Silver's claim to support Morey's right to freedom of expression. We believe that any remarks that challenge national sovereignty and social stability are not within the scope of freedom of speech," end quote. Also, Chinese smartphone maker Vivo joined other businesses in saying that it will suspend its business with NBA over Morey's comments and the subsequent NBA reaction. Not only that, the NBA is facing backlash in the United States from politicians from all sides of the aisle who are criticizing the NBA's overvalue of the bottom line in exchange for supporting democratic freedom sought by some people in China. They feel as though the NBA backtracked on supporting Morey just because money is involved. And many feel that the NBA, as pretty obviously the most woke of professional sports organizations, should be fighting for those Chinese individuals' pursuit and right to free speech. There's a lot to unpack here. China is a tremendous asset for the NBA. They've had a relationship with them since the late 80s with David Stern. I mean, you've seen teams like the Warriors and Rockets have alternate uniforms with Chinese written on them, just with the simple appeal and popularity of basketball in China. This could prove a tremendous hit to their bottom line. But here's the thing. I think you got to roll with GM Daryl Morey here. It's not going to be popular in China, but I have faith that that relationship can be mended. Or if it can't, there are plenty of organizations willing and able to get a slice of this NBA pie that is ever so popular. While a team probably doesn't want their GM or any of their employees making political stances for this very reason, the fact of the matter is it happened. And what they do from here on out is most important. And the NBA may never come back from this in China, but they have their own country to worry about here. And the way they react to this particular scenario could pay dividends here in the States. China's an important asset, but the NBA is in North America, first and foremost. So you need to protect what people are saying here first before you address what needs to happen in China. Anyway, I'm sure there's more to come in this scenario. It is just beginning, and it may only get worse, especially for the NBA right now. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is trying to mend relationships in China. Even though it won't be broadcast, he plans to still make the trip out there and try to meet with whoever will meet with him. So stay tuned on that. But now it's time for Likey, No Likey, Hate It. And first up, you know I like to go from positive to negative. First up, Likey goes to Nick Bosa sacking Baker Mayfield multiple times, having a forced fumble recovery, and best of all, mocking Baker's flag planting as a celebration. So you'll remember that Baker, in college with Oklahoma, beat Ohio State in Columbus. He then proceeded, after all the Buckeyes had left the field, by the way, to plant an OU flag in the middle of the horseshoe. Is the field at Ohio Stadium grass? No, it's not. It is turf, but nonetheless, we're going to keep that same energy though, right?
Enjoy this moment, and have fun with it.
Sound that shit.
Petty alert, petty alert, petty alert.
Before you ask, you already know that shit isn't approved. Fuck that flag planting. The main reasons I hate that quarterback of the Browns. And you love to see it, Nick Bosa. In the same vein, so Cincinnati football beat UCF in an upset this past weekend. The part that's even better, they posted a video of the classic Disney intro. You know, it shows the castle, the dramatic music, and just as it pans into what you think would be Disney, the words "you hate to see it" come across the screen. In fucking credible. Sound it again.
Petty alert, petty alert, petty alert.
And you know that shit's approved also. Alright, no likey. I felt like it was necessary to address this letter that got sent to a Penn State player. So if you missed it, a letter was sent by a Penn State alum, Dave Peterson, to Nittany Lions safety Jonathan Sutherland. The letter was critical of his appearance and said his, quote, shoulder-length dreadlocks looked disgusting, end quote.
Listen, you son of a bitch. What the fuck's your problem?
So Peterson said in the letter that he and his wife, quote, missed the clean-cut young men and women from those days. Watching the Idaho game on TV, we couldn't help but notice your, well, awful hair. Surely there must be mirrors in the locker room. Don't you have parents or girlfriend who've told you these shoulder-length dreadlocks look disgusting and are certainly not attractive? End quote. So Peterson said he did not intend for the letter to have a racist message. He said this, quote, I would just like to see the coaches get the guys cleaned up and not looking like Florida State and Miami guys, end quote.
Listen, you son of a bitch.
He also added that the letter, quote, wasn't threatening or anything. I was just disgruntled about some of the hairdos that we're seeing. You think of Penn State as a bunch of clean-cut guys, and you do see so many who are clean-cut. But the tattoos and the hair, there are a lot of guys with hair coming down to their backs, and it just looks awful. And it's the same for the NFL and NBA too. End quote.
What the fuck's your problem?
Listen, Dave, and anyone who thinks like this, you are a fucking racist, and go fuck yourself. The only reason this isn't a hate it is because of how well Penn State and Sutherland handled this and addressed it. They publicly condemned it in a classy way, and even though he shouldn't have to be the bigger person, Sutherland was. Also, if you need explanation why what Peterson said, why it was racist, also go fuck yourself. And wake your ass up. This is blatant racism. This guy, when saying clean cut, means white. There's no fucking doubt about it. I seriously can't stress this enough. Go fuck yourself, Dave. Listen, you know what clip I need to hear.
Listen, you son of a bitch. What the fuck's your problem?
Okay, on to hate it. Let's reel it back in a little until I go unhinged on you played yourself, you already know.
What it do, baby?
I hate it goes to Aaron Rodgers. So, Aaron Rodgers, I'm convinced, could get breathed on wrong and would look at the ref to throw a flag. This man throws an incompletion and looks around for flags. Like, God forbid, he makes a bad play on his own. Like, it's not fucking possible. So there must be an explanation. That explanation is a flag or something the referee can provide. Now that Eli Manning's stupid face is benched, my favorite play in football probably is an Aaron Rodgers sack, fumble, or interception. Fuck that guy and his stupid ass smirk.
Petty alert, petty alert, petty alert.
Yeah, whatever, sound it. At least I talk to my family. Alright, Joker, you're up.
Here we go.
You know what time it is. It's time for You Played Yourself. And first up, that team in our nation's capital, Washington. You played yourself. So, after their 0-5 start, they fired head coach Jay Gruden. So Gruden, after his starting quarterback Case Keenum got hurt, instead of starting his first-round draft pick and investment, Dwayne Haskins, decided to go ahead and start Colt McCoy.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Then there were reports surfacing before Gruden's firing that he did not want Haskins and was not giving him any meaningful reps in practice. So originally my plan was, before he got canned, was to talk about how stupid their franchise was. But here's the thing. Him getting fired doesn't change how stupid they are. Washington is a straight joke of a franchise. They're messing with a young man's development, his money, his future, and eventually, his livelihood. Their GM, Bruce Allen, and their owner, Daniel Snyder, are as incompetent as they come. They've tried every type of coach, college legend, Steve Spurrier, coordinators, well-known, up-and-coming, all that. They've even let the likes of Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay, Matt LaFleur all be in their organization and leave and succeed elsewhere. The common denominator through all this?
Literally?
Bruce Allen and Daniel Snyder. And then, Allen has the audacity to tell us they have a, quote, damn good culture, end quote. As long as these two are running the show, Washington fans, you're in trouble. No culture problem? 5 playoff appearances in 24 years is a damn good culture? A racist nickname is a damn good culture? A stadium overrun by visiting fans is a damn good culture?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You must be fucking kidding me, right? You draft a first rounder. You say he's not ready. It's your fucking job to get him ready. The fuck we talking about here? Dwayne Haskins should have been the top quarterback taken. If you can't develop the guy, why'd you draft him? Why'd you mess with the man's career like that? Every other fucking rookie under the sun is getting playing time. And you throw him out in a garbage game just to hurt his confidence? What a fucking joke of a franchise. They continue to send players to the IR, one of the most in a 5-year stretch. They miss on draft picks. They miss on developing players. And they have a damn good culture. Don't fucking insult us with that stupidity. Speaking of painful, you know this is coming. Each time they fucking disappoint me. You Played Yourself goes to the Dallas Cowboys. And this one's even more embarrassing than I thought. So I was over here thinking we'd get beaten last second by Aaron Rodgers again in Dallas. He's known to break our hearts there. I gave the Cowboys too much credit. I fucking warned people not to be too hot on this team. Their first 3 opponents were the Giants, Redskins, and Dolphins. Couldn't judge off of them. The last 2, and this scares me to death, might actually be more indicative of this season. And it really fucking sucks because this roster is just too talented for them to be laying 2 straight eggs like this in totally different manners. Sure, I would have loved to see how this game would have been different if Amari Cooper hadn't bobbled a deep pass on the Cowboys' first drive leading to the Packers' first turnover. The Cowboys were driving, that interception off Cooper's bobble gave the Packers great field position. They scored that very drive. Oh, and the best part is, our QB when Dakota Prescott says, quote, we probably needed that. Needed what? Exactly. A fucking butt whooping at home? In what fucking way? You were coming off a loss. You say you need a butt whooping when you're feeling yourself too much. In what fucking way could you have been feeling yourself after you lost 12-10 to the New Orleans Saints in fucking Teddy Checkdown Bridgewater? You needed that? What in the fuck could you probably have been sniffing about yourself after that week in New Orleans? What fucking excuse do you have? Oh, were you complacent because it was an inferior opponent? Nope, that doesn't work. Coming off a big win? Nope. Away game? Nope. There is no fucking excuse for the way the Cowboys started that game. Oh, and in true Cowboys fashion, they want to get your hopes up just enough. Just enough. So you waste a little bit more of your Sunday. Just so you can complete that full 3.5 hours of wasted life that you'll never get back. They do just fucking enough, that Jerry Jones, doesn't he? Just fucking enough to take precious time away from my life.
And have fun with it.
Unbelievable. We needed that? Needed fucking what? You needed to show up to fucking practice, that's what. Oh, and now it's time for that main event. As promised. You knew it was coming.
What it do, baby?
You played yourself, Baker Mayfield. So let's rewind. Just last episode, just last week. Baker Mayfield, after the Browns' bounce-back victory against division rival Ravens 40-25, said, quote, the win's great, but I hope everybody keeps the same energy. Threw us in the trash, we won't forget it, end quote. Let's also recollect that I said the following. I seriously want my friends who are Browns fans to be happy, but this guy is making it really hard. Keep what energy? The energy you deserve? We can't criticize you if you suck. Don't suck if you can't handle it, especially if you have this roster. Oh, and then I emphasized that win didn't mean shit, and that you shouldn't talk after one performance. So now, here we are. Here we fucking are, Bakes. You told us to keep that same energy. Can you hear my smile through your number one podcast headphones?
Enjoy this moment, and have fun with it.
You want to act like a child? Come get this old school, previous generation, throwback spanking then. You want to talk all that shit, right? After one fucking game. One fucking game. One fucking half of a season. You want to act like football's gift to us, don't you? You want to keep all this energy. Mr. Hold on to the ball too long. Mr. Bail out of the pocket too quickly. Mr. I can't find a way to get the ball to Nick Chubb, Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham Jr., you name it. Browns fans, you need to understand something. Your quarterback is the reason people are enjoying your losses. It's simple as that. This dude talks so much shit as if he's our gift. As if the football gods dropped him on our little doorsteps. And we should be thankful. Every Sunday we get to watch him. Oh no, but this was primetime Monday night. Let's not forget that.
Petty alert, petty alert, petty alert.
And what do we have to show for it? 8 for 22 passing and 100 yards on the dot. His shit talking out of turn before he earns anything is the reason all these teams have extra motivation against the Browns. They want to shut his dumb ass up because he talks yaps too fucking much. One fucking game, one fucking good game, which by the way was Nick Chubb's. Let's not forget that. Oh yeah, keep that same energy, Baker, right? How about you keep your fucking same energy? Put together 2 performances, and then maybe talk a little bit. Or maybe shut your fucking mouth for once. You don't have Lincoln Riley to save your ass, right? You don't have these sorry-ass Big 12 defenses to face every week. Newsflash, you ain't the shit. Keep that same energy in my ass. Keep this same fucking energy. Could you fucking imagine having that roster, talking all this shit, tell people to keep that same energy after one fucking win, just to show up against the 49ers for 8 of 22 passing for 100 yards? That's fucking it. Nick Chubb on your team, Odell Beckham Jr. on your team, Jarvis Landry, 8 for 22. Are you fucking kidding me? Keep that same energy. Keep what fucking energy? You fucking suck. You're not even worth our energy.
Petty alert, petty alert, petty alert.
You keep whatever energy you have. Take some of ours. You probably fucking need it. We don't. We don't suck like you do. Shut your dumb ass up. Tell you, Baker Mayfield's going to make a case. My least favorite quarterback. Him and Aaron Rodgers are duking it out. And it's less impressive that Baker Mayfield's on this fucking list in just year 2. Alright, let's move on to who you got and what you feeling. Last week I talked a little MLB playoffs. Obviously they're still ongoing, so I want to wait till we're at a good spot to be able to recap those picks. Don't worry, I won't forget about them. But I also picked number 7 Auburn visiting the Swamp in the Florida Gators, who were ranked number 10 last week. So I picked Auburn. I was incorrect. A lot of people were incorrect in my defense. Florida won, and that segues right into this week's picks. We got a couple good college football matchups, and one of them features the aforementioned Florida, who moved up to number 7 in the rankings. They travel to face number 5 LSU, who is favored by nearly 2 touchdowns. I am definitely going with Joe Burrow, go Bucks, and the Tigers at home. Sticking in college football, number 6 Oklahoma faces number 11 Texas in the Red River rivalry. It's, you know the drill, it's in Dallas. OU's favored by 10.5 in this one, and I'm going with Oklahoma easy in this game. And I do hope I see a horns down if that happens. In the NFL, I wanted to pick a little fun game here because Washington faces the Miami Dolphins this coming.
Listen, you son of a bitch. What the fuck's your problem?
Washington is a 3.5 point favorite. This game is in Miami. Also worth noting, this could impact who earns the number 1 pick in next year's NFL draft. Is who wins this game done at their chance at number 1? So first, I am going to pick Washington in this game. I would love to see them throw out Haskins. I would still pick them, especially if they throw out Haskins. I do believe if Washington wins, their chance at number 1 is over. But if the Dolphins somehow do, I think they still have a chance at number 1 because can't see them winning too many more games. As for what I'm feeling, I am feeling Travis Scott's new single, Highest in the Room. I'm also feeling the long-awaited premiere of the final season of Mr. Robot finally happening. As for my too much sense for this week, the advice you didn't ask for, but I'm going to give you anyway. This week, I wanted to remind everyone to be accountable for their own shit. If someone's trying to tell you something's up, be open to listening. Be open to accepting that something's wrong. Don't let the first thing be denial. At least let the first thing be listening to what someone who loves you has to say. I think it's important that we all eat our humble pie every once in a while. It's important to have people close to you that recognize when something's up with you. So, if you hear that conversation, strive to not let your first instinct be to reject what they're saying, to deny, or to try to turn it on them. Strive to at least absorb what they're telling you, appreciate what they're telling you, and maybe apply a change to better what they are telling you. So that's my too much sense for this week. And that also wraps up Another edition of the number one podcast in your headphones, Prem Brulee. That's right. Don't ever get it twisted. Don't ever play yourselves. I've been your host, Premal of the Play Call Network. You know the drill. Rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. And please check out all of our other wonderful podcasts from the Play Call Network. And we'll talk to you next time.